So we start here in the last chain. Go through with the thread. And do 8 chains. Turn to the side and start new stitches. Just like we did so far. Now we have 8 stitches, so we can again start out of the first stitch on our existing square, out of our first row. And these 3 we will do together. And then we can start our stitches again, like in our first triangle. Two, 4, 6, 7, and number 8 is out of the edge here. And go back and remember to do the last 3 together. Six loops, 7th comes out of the edge, and we can weave in the beginning thread so that we don't have to do it later. So you may notice that we are doing lessenings again, so that our first triangle fits into the shape. Last 3 again together, and then start a new row, again with 1 loop less, so 5 total. Three and 4th out of the edge. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and I'm into the 7th row now, so cast off. And now we can do 1 slip stitch into this beginning stitch. So we can continue from here on. I almost cut the thread off, although I don't need to yet. So this is our first loop, and we go under the first slip stitch, and we again start new loops. Eight and the 9th comes here out of the next square. 2, 4, 6, 8, 9, and now we go back. The last 3 again we do together. And the last stitch always goes out of the side of the finished square. And here again, we have one less out of every row. And again, always work with the side. In the last row, you do the last 3 together, and last comes a slip stitch. And you can see the effect already. So now here is again the first loop of my following loop. So we will again be starting new stitches and a new triangle. Ninth out of the edge stitch, and we again go back, and here we are also doing 3 stitches together so that we get the lessened effect. So 1 less stitch in each row, just like in the last 2 triangles. So you see it gets pretty repetitive, so if you're up for a challenge, even if you're a beginner, it shouldn't be too hard to do. Fifth is here the edge stitch, so next row we'll have 4. And 3 left, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and now in our 7th row we are again doing the additional chain, and we can officially cut the thread off and pull out. So we are again here at the green section, so we will go here into the edge stitch. Now, take the new thread through and again start with new stitches out of the last finished row in the triangle. So we are now again starting new stitches like we did before when we had additions, but I'll do it slowly again so that you can follow my lead. But basically you just keep adding 1 more stitch to each row, just like we did so far. Here is the addition, so they are pretty easy to notice. Again, the addition, 6. and again the addition 7, last row here, so we have 8 stitches total. And now we can do 1 chain. Just like with the other pieces, we can end with some slip stitches here. Three, 6, and the 7th comes into the addition, and after that the 8th will go into the beginning of the next row. Take the 2nd loop out of the next section, and you can do it again the same, chain and close up, and then keep doing the additions. So we will now again keep increasing by 1 stitch per row. So that's how we get the square effect, or the 3D effect with the squares and the little triangles. Addition again, and we are again in the last row. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and chain and 7 slip stitches. Three, 6, and the 7th into the edge and the 8th into the first new stitch of the following section. So this is what it looks like. I'll do this last one the same way as I did the first one. First loop out of the edge, chain and cast off. Then out of the addition and the next stitch, and again close up, and then again continue the same way and keep increasing. 7th and 8th loop, and then close up and we can finish. So the last addition is out of the slip stitch, so that's what we had by the lavender colored triangles. So 1 chain and again the 7 slip stitches. Seventh goes into the addition and the 8th goes under the last chain. And you can cut the thread off and pull out. And now we can again start with the squares, and then you can work until you reach the size that you want. So it's pretty much up to you how big it's gonna be. And then you can finish off by doing the first square here. So basically you would fill in the spots to get a nice square shape. So I hope you guys enjoyed. Feel free to let me know in the comment section what you think. Shoot a thumbs up, share with your friends, and subscribe. See you next time. Bye!